Sports betting fans, huge hello. Your sports betting advisor Tips and Streams is here again. What do we have today? We have predictions for 6 NBA games for December 12th. Before we get started, go to tipsandstreams.me and sign up for our newsletter to receive our daily sports betting predictions in your inbox, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with all our betting tips and picks. So, let's get started. The opening matchup pits Milwaukee Bucks vs New York Knicks. After beating the Houston Rockets 124-114 on the road, Milwaukee has won 11 of their last 13 games. The Bucks are averaging 113.6 points per 100 possessions this season, which is fourth highest in the NBA. On defense, they allow 103.9 points per 100 possessions, which ranks third in the NBA. They lose possession 14.5 times per game due to turnovers, while they commit 17.7 fouls a game as a team. Milwaukee is snatching 47.7 rebounds per game and has 594 assists this season, which ranks them 18th in the NBA in terms of ball movement. They're hitting 36.1% of their three-point attempts and 74.6% of their free throw attempts. With the 90-87 loss against the Toronto Raptors on the road, the Knicks have now lost 5 of their last 6 games. The New York Knicks score 106.2 points per game on 43.9% shooting while allowing 107.2 points per game on 43.8% shooting. With 115.3 points per 100 possessions, the Knicks rank 23rd in defensive efficiency over that time period. They're hitting 36% from three-point range and 78.5% from the line. They allow 35.4% shooting from three-point range and pull down 45.7 rebounds per game. Take Milwaukee Bucks at minus 3.5. The next game is Brooklyn Nets vs Detroit Pistons. The Brooklyn Nets have won 8 of their last 11 games and will be seeking to keep their winning ways going following a 113-105 away victory against the Hawks on Friday. With 112.9 points per 100 possessions, Brooklyn ranks 11th in offensive efficiency during this time frame. In their previous 26 games against a club with a losing record, the Nets are 18-8 ATS. After a 109-93 away loss to the New Orleans Pelicans, Detroit has now lost 11 consecutive games. During this losing streak, the Pistons are lowest in the NBA in offensive efficiency, scoring 101.1 points per 100 possessions. In the last 5 games, Detroit has allowed 47.4% shooting and 38.5% shooting from beyond the arc. The Nets will be short-handed, but the Pistons will be without their top scorer, Jeremy Grant. For Detroit Pistons, Jeremy Grant is a huge loss. The Nets are 1-4 ATS in their previous 5 games with the Pistons in Detroit, and 1-4 ATS in their last 5 matchups overall. Play the Brooklyn Nets at minus 7.5. The next game is New Orleans Pelicans against San Antonio Spurs. After a 127-112 home loss to the Denver Nuggets on Saturday, San Antonio has dropped 3 of their last 4 games. San Antonio has struggled on defense this season, allowing 118.5 points per 100 possessions, which ranks them 25th in the NBA. They score 108.3 points per game on 46.7% shooting while allowing 108.4 points per game on 45.7% shooting. With a 109-93 win over Detroit at home, New Orleans has won 5 of 9 games. The Pelicans thrashed the Pistons by a margin of 22 boards. The Pelicans are averaging 103.9 points per game on 43.2% shooting while allowing 109.8 points per game on 47.2% shooting. They've outrebounded each of their last 4 opponents by at least 10 boards in each game. The San Antonio Spurs have lost both back-to-back games, despite averaging 120.1 points per game, which is 11 points more than the league average. The New Orleans Pelicans continue to underachieve, losing by an average of 8.6 points on the road. Play the New Orleans Pelicans at plus 2.5. The next game is Dallas Mavericks against Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder have lost 9 of their last 11 games and will be looking to rebound after being blasted out by the Los Angeles Lakers in a 116-95 loss. In this time period, the Thunder rank 29th and second bottom in offensive efficiency, averaging 101.9 points per 100 possessions. They rank 24th on defense, allowing 113.9 points per 100 possessions. The Dallas Mavericks are in a funk, having lost 9 of their past 12 games, and they'll be aiming to rebound following a 106-93 away defeat to the Indiana Pacers on Friday. With 108.4 points per 100 possessions, the Mavericks rank 23rd in offensive efficiency this season. In 5 of their last 7 games, Dallas has been limited to 96 points or less. The Mavericks are 9-3 ATS in their previous 12 encounters overall, while the over is 7-3 in their last 10 meetings in Oklahoma City. The Mavericks have been in a rut of late, and they will be missing their best player for this game. Oklahoma City Thunder is a good bet at plus 4.5. The next game is Orlando Magic at Los Angeles Lakers. With a 106-104 loss to the LA Clippers on Saturday, Orlando has dropped all 4 games on this road trip. The Orlando Magic score 101.5 points per possession on 42.4% shooting while allowing 112.3 points per possession on 46.3% shooting. The Magic are lowest in defensive efficiency on this trip, allowing 124.6 points per 100 possessions, with opponents shooting 49.5% overall and 44.6% from three-point range. For the Magic, it's a back-to-back. Orlando has dropped all 4 of its back-to-back games, failing to cover 3 of them while averaging only 98.3 points per game. The Los Angeles Lakers score 111.4 points per game on 46.5% shooting while allowing 112.1 points per game on 45% shooting. The Lakers are 1-4 against the spread in their past 5 home games and 1-6 against the spread in their previous 7 Sunday games. The Lakers' victory against the Thunder in their most recent game was the outcome of 2 losses to the Thunder this season. The Lakers will continue to play their game without much effort. The Lakers will win this game, but Magic will cover the spread. Play Orlando Magic at plus 11.5. The last game for today is Minnesota Timberwolves vs Portland Trail Blazers. After a 123-106 home loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers, Minnesota has dropped 5 straight games. They haven't been able to cover 5 of the 6 games. The Timberwolves ranked 26th in offensive efficiency during that 6-game stretch, averaging 103.9 points per 100 possessions. Minnesota Timberwolves score 107.8 points per game on 42.4% shooting while allowing 109.3 points per game on 44.8% shooting. With a 104-92 road loss to Golden State on Wednesday, Portland has now lost 7 of its last 8 games. The Trail Blazers scored 104 points per 100 possessions while surrendering 117.6 for a net rating of -13.6, which is the lowest in the NBA. The Timberwolves have a net rating of -10.3 this season, which ranks them 26th in the league. The Minnesota Timberwolves are the healthier team in this matchup, but they've been a disaster recently, losing 5 consecutive games by an average of 14.6 points while shooting 39.9% from the floor. The Portland Trail Blazers getting Lillard back. Play Portland to win this game. That would be all. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and newsletter. See you tomorrow.